Some foods that seem healthy could actually be the reason your stomach feels tight and your face looks puffy. You might think it's just water weight or a bad meal, but there's much more happening inside your body. The truth is, certain foods can trigger hidden reactions that make your belly swell, your skin look dull, and your confidence drop. Today, we're uncovering the real culprits behind that uncomfortable bloating, foods that can make your stomach expand and your face appear puffier than usual, even if you're eating clean. Bloating is more than just a physical discomfort. It is your body's way of signaling that something isn't working right in your digestive system or fluid balance. In your stomach, bloating usually comes from trapped gas or poor digestion. In your face, it is often linked to water retention and inflammation. You may notice your cheeks feel fuller, your eyes look tired, or your jawline isn't as defined as before. These are small signs that your body is reacting to what you eat, often in ways you would never expect. In this video, we are going to explore both types of bloating, the one that makes your stomach feel heavy and the one that makes your face appear swollen. You will discover that some foods known for their health benefits can actually cause your body to trap gas or hold onto water. We will break down why this happens, how it affects your appearance and comfort, and what you can do to fix it. Stay until the end because we will also reveal a few everyday habits that secretly make bloating worse, even when your diet looks perfect on paper. Here is something most people do not know. Bloating does not always mean you ate too much. Sometimes it means the bacteria in your gut are having a chemical party with certain sugars or fibers. These microscopic reactions create gas, pressure, and that heavy feeling you can't shake off. On the other hand, when your face bloats, it is often your body's way of holding on to fluid, usually because of salt, alcohol, or hormonal shifts. The real twist is that many foods you think are harmless, like sparkling water, protein bars, or even healthy vegetables, can be the quiet reasons you wake up feeling puffy or sluggish. Think about how many times you blamed lack of sleep or stress for feeling swollen, when the truth could be something as simple as your lunch. Some foods sneak into your diet, pretending to be helpful, but they are the reason you loosen your waistband after every meal. Others are praised as healthy, yet they hide compounds that your digestive system struggles to break down. When that happens, your belly fills with air, your skin looks tired, and your body feels heavier than it really is. This video will help you spot those hidden triggers so you can eat smarter and feel lighter. Many people think bloating is only about overeating, but even a small portion of the wrong food can cause discomfort if your body is sensitive to it. It might be dairy for some, legumes for others, or even certain vegetables that release sulfur and gas during digestion. The effects go beyond your stomach. Excess salt or refined sugar can cause your body to retain water, making your face swell overnight. These are not random reactions. They are your body's signals that it is trying to balance itself against something it cannot process efficiently. Throughout this video, we will reveal the top foods that tend to cause bloating, explain why they affect both your stomach and your face, and give you practical ways to reduce that puffiness and heaviness. We will also highlight lesser-known facts from nutrition experts that most people overlook, such as why even sugar-free products can cause gas, or why drinking water at certain times of the day can help reduce facial bloating. By the end, you will know not only which foods to avoid, but also how to help your body recover and stay balanced naturally. There is also a surprising connection between your digestive system and your skin. When your gut is inflamed from bloating foods, your skin can react too. This is why some people notice breakouts or dullness alongside puffiness. It is all linked, and when you start paying attention to how certain foods make you feel, you can see real changes, not just in your belly size, but in how your face looks and how your body feels every morning. You will learn which common foods are the main culprits, from beans and cruciferous vegetables to dairy and processed snacks. You will find out why even healthy choices like sparkling drinks or protein shakes can quietly sabotage your digestion. You will also get tips to replace these foods with lighter, bloat-free alternatives so that your body feels calmer, your stomach flatter, and your face more defined. And yes, we will talk about the small lifestyle choices that make a big difference, like the timing of your meals, the pace at which you eat, and the way hydration truly affects water retention. Stay with us till the end because the final part of this video will reveal a few foods that actually help reduce bloating naturally. These are the unsung heroes that can calm your digestion, balance your sodium levels, and keep your body feeling light and energetic. By understanding the full picture, what causes bloating and what prevents it, you will be able to take control of how your body feels and looks every single day. So if you have ever felt frustrated by sudden puffiness or wondered why your stomach feels tight even when you are eating healthy, you are in the right place. By the time you finish this video, you will understand how your daily choices shape your body's reactions. You will learn which foods are secretly behind your bloating and how to make simple swaps that make a noticeable difference. The goal is not just to look less bloated, but to feel genuinely comfortable and confident in your own body. Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the real science behind everyday health and beauty concerns in the simplest way possible. If you want to learn how small changes can bring big results to your body and well-being, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you never miss the latest tips that help you feel lighter, healthier, and more confident from the inside out. Now let's begin our journey into the top foods that bloat you and the real reasons behind that frustrating puffiness. Bloating happens when your body reacts to certain foods or habits that disturb its natural balance. There are two main reasons behind it: gas buildup in the digestive system and water retention in the body's tissues. Both can make you feel heavy, tight, and uncomfortable, and both can change how your body looks. Stomach bloating makes your belly expand, while facial bloating gives you that swollen, puffy appearance, especially in the morning or after salty meals. Let's start with stomach bloating. This type is caused by gas that builds up during digestion. When food reaches your intestines, it gets broken down by bacteria. Some foods contain complex sugars, fibers, or starches that your body struggles to digest completely. These leftovers become food for gut bacteria, and as they ferment, they release gases like hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide. The trapped gas causes pressure in the abdomen, leading to that tight, stretched feeling. According to experts, this is a natural process, but it becomes a problem when the balance of gut bacteria is off, or when too many high FODMAP foods, those that ferment easily, are consumed. Stress, eating too fast, or swallowing air while drinking can make it even worse. Hormonal changes, especially around menstruation, can also slow digestion, allowing more gas to accumulate. Another key trigger of bloating is how your digestive system moves food. When digestion slows down, food stays longer in your stomach and intestines, allowing more time for fermentation. Some medications, low physical activity, and even dehydration can make this process sluggish. People with lactose intolerance, gluten sensitivity, or irritable bowel syndrome are especially prone to gas-related bloating because their gut struggles to handle certain substances properly. This is why two people can eat the same meal, yet only one feels bloated afterward. Now, face bloating has a different cause. It usually comes from water retention rather than gas. When your body holds on to excess fluid, it shows most clearly around the eyes, cheeks, and jawline. The main reason this happens is too much sodium in your diet. Salty foods pull water into your tissues, making your face look swollen or puffy. Processed foods, restaurant meals, sauces, and snacks are common culprits. The effect is often worse the next morning after a salty dinner because the body retains water overnight. But sodium isn't the only factor. Inflammation also plays a big role in facial puffiness. When your body reacts to alcohol, sugar, or processed fats, it triggers mild inflammation, which can make your face appear fuller. Lack of sleep, dehydration, and hormonal fluctuations can intensify this effect. Poor circulation and lymphatic drainage also cause fluid to pool under the skin, which is why some people wake up with swollen eyes or cheeks. Even simple habits like sleeping face down or consuming alcohol before bed can make the swelling more noticeable. Experts note that your skin and your gut are closely linked. When your digestive system is overloaded or inflamed, your body tries to balance itself by retaining more fluid. That's why bloating doesn't just make you feel heavy, it can also change how you look. Both forms of bloating share one message: your body is reacting to something that doesn't suit it, whether that's food, lifestyle, or stress. Now let's look at the main foods that trigger this. When it comes to stomach bloating, certain foods are well known for causing gas and discomfort, even when they are considered healthy. The main reason lies in the way your digestive system breaks them down. Some foods contain complex carbohydrates or sugars that ferment easily inside the gut, releasing gas as a byproduct. Others affect how your body handles water or slow down digestion, which adds to that heavy, stretched feeling in the abdomen. Let's look at some of the most common foods that tend to cause stomach bloating and understand why they have that effect. Legumes, such as beans, lentils, and chickpeas, are among the biggest triggers. They are packed with protein, fiber, and nutrients, but they also contain a group of carbohydrates known as FODMAPs, short-chain sugars that the body cannot fully digest. When these carbohydrates reach the colon, gut bacteria ferment them, producing gas that expands the stomach. This process is natural but uncomfortable, especially for people with sensitive digestion. Soaking or cooking legumes thoroughly can reduce their gas-producing compounds, but even then, large portions can still cause bloating. People who suddenly increase their fiber intake often experience this because their gut bacteria need time to adjust to the change. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage are another category that commonly leads to bloating. These vegetables contain raffinose, a complex sugar that humans lack the enzyme to digest completely. As a result, it passes into the large intestine where it is fermented by bacteria, creating gas. Cruciferous vegetables are also high in sulfur compounds, which can add to the discomfort by producing a stronger smell during digestion. Despite their nutritional benefits, eating them raw or in large amounts can overwhelm your digestive system. Lightly steaming them can make them easier to digest while still preserving their nutrients. Dairy products are another hidden source of bloating for many people. Milk, cheese, yogurt, and cream contain lactose, a natural sugar that requires the enzyme lactase to break down. Some adults produce less lactase over time, leading to lactose intolerance. When lactose isn't digested properly, it ferments in the gut, creating gas and cramping. The reaction can vary. Some people can handle small amounts of dairy, while others react even to a little milk in coffee. Fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir may be easier to digest because they contain live cultures that help break down lactose. But sensitivity still depends on the individual. Grains like wheat, rye, and barley can also contribute to bloating, especially for those sensitive to gluten or FODMAPs. These grains contain fructans, a type of carbohydrate that ferments in the large intestine. Even whole grain versions, while rich in fiber and nutrients, can cause discomfort when eaten in large quantities or too suddenly after a low-fiber diet. For people with gluten intolerance or celiac disease, wheat-based foods can trigger inflammation and digestive distress, making the bloating even worse. Switching to low FODMAP grains like oats, rice, or quinoa can help ease the problem without cutting out carbohydrates entirely. Carbonated drinks, including soda, sparkling water, and even fizzy mineral water, are direct sources of gas. Each sip sends tiny bubbles of carbon dioxide into your digestive system. That gas has to go somewhere, and often it collects in your stomach, creating pressure and fullness. Even though these drinks may seem light, they can leave you feeling swollen or tight after just a few glasses. Drinking through a straw or talking while drinking can increase the amount of air swallowed, adding to the effect. The sugar or artificial sweeteners in soft drinks can also feed gut bacteria, further increasing gas production. These foods don't affect everyone the same way, but they share one thing in common. They are difficult for the digestive system to break down completely. When your gut struggles, gas builds up, and that's when the bloating begins. Now let's move to the foods that cause face puffiness and overall water retention. Facial puffiness and general water retention often start quietly. You wake up and notice your face looks fuller, your eyes slightly swollen, or your jawline less defined. It is not always from a lack of sleep or tiredness. Most of the time, it comes from what you eat. Some foods make your body hold onto water or trigger mild inflammation that leads to swelling. The most common culprits are those high in sodium, sugar, refined carbohydrates, and certain allergens that interfere with your body's natural balance. The biggest trigger for face bloating is salt. High sodium foods like chips, instant noodles, deli meats, bacon, sausages, sauces, and packaged condiments cause your body to retain water to balance sodium levels in your bloodstream. This leads to visible puffiness, especially around the eyes and cheeks. The body holds on to water to dilute the excess salt, making tissues swell slightly. The effect becomes worse when large amounts of salty foods are eaten at night because your body retains that fluid while you sleep. Even healthy-looking foods, such as soups, salad dressings, or low-fat snacks, can contain high levels of hidden sodium that quietly contribute to water retention. When this continues regularly, you might feel constantly bloated or puffy without realizing the reason is salt. Refined carbohydrates and sugar are another major cause of bloating and facial puffiness. Foods like white bread, pastries, cakes, and sweetened drinks spike your blood sugar levels quickly. This sudden rise in sugar makes your body release more insulin, which can cause it to store more sodium and retain water. At the same time, excessive sugar promotes inflammation by increasing oxidative stress and disrupting your hormonal balance. When inflammation builds up, it shows up on your skin in the form of puffiness, dullness, or breakouts. High sugar foods also interfere with collagen production, which can make your skin appear swollen and tired. Reducing refined carbs and replacing them with complex carbohydrates such as oats or brown rice can help stabilize insulin levels and prevent the swelling that sugar often brings. Alcohol is another common factor behind facial bloating, especially the next morning after drinking. When alcohol enters your system, it dehydrates your body by increasing urine output and reducing the hormone that helps your body retain water. This dehydration triggers your body to overcompensate later by holding on to more water, causing puffiness once you rehydrate. The effect is most noticeable around the eyes and cheeks. Alcohol also widens blood vessels and causes inflammation, which can make your skin look flushed and swollen. Darker alcoholic drinks like whiskey or red wine contain more congeners, chemical byproducts that can worsen inflammation and fluid retention. Even small amounts can have a noticeable effect if consumed late at night or without enough water. For some people, certain grains and gluten-containing foods can cause inflammation and swelling, both in the digestive system and the face. When your body is sensitive to gluten, eating foods like bread, pasta, or cereals made from wheat and rye can trigger an immune response. This reaction may lead to water retention, puffiness, and digestive discomfort. Even if you are not gluten intolerant, eating too many refined grain products can lead to spikes in blood sugar and mild inflammation that reflect in your skin's appearance. People who are sensitive to gluten often notice their facial puffiness reduce significantly after cutting back on wheat-based foods for a few days. Facial bloating is not just a cosmetic issue, it reflects how your body is processing food and managing hydration. These foods may not seem harmful at first, but when eaten regularly, they disrupt the body's natural rhythm, causing fluid to pool under the skin. Now let's look at the foods that most commonly trigger bloating overall and how to recognize them early. When it comes to bloating, whether it's in your stomach or face, some foods are more likely than others to trigger discomfort. These are the usual suspects, the ones that tend to cause gas, water retention, or inflammation for most people. While these foods are common, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different. What causes bloating in one person might have no effect on another. Your unique digestion, metabolism, and even gut bacteria decide how your body reacts. Still, there are certain foods that appear again and again as the top culprits behind bloating and puffiness. Here's just a quick rundown of those common offenders that often cause trouble. Asterisk beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Asterisk broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Asterisk onions and garlic. Asterisk dairy products like milk, cheese, and cream. Asterisk wheat, rye, and barley. Asterisk carbonated beverages and fizzy drinks. Asterisk processed snacks, high in salt, such as chips and packaged meats. Asterisk refined carbohydrates and sugary foods. Asterisk alcohol, especially beer and wine. Asterisk artificial sweeteners found in sugar-free snacks or drinks. Asterisk fried or greasy foods that slow digestion. Asterisk high-fat dairy and creamy sauces. Asterisk gluten-rich grains for those with sensitivity. Asterisk large amounts of cruciferous vegetables, eaten raw. Asterisk foods made with excessive condiments or sauces. Asterisk instant noodles and canned soups loaded with sodium. Asterisk protein bars or shakes with sugar alcohols. Asterisk pastries and baked goods made from white flour. Asterisk energy drinks or flavored waters with carbonation. These foods often stand out because they either create gas in your gut, increase water retention in your tissues, or cause inflammation that leads to puffiness. However, bloating is a highly individual reaction. One person might enjoy lentils with no issues, while another might feel uncomfortable after just a few bites. The same goes for dairy or salty foods. Tolerance varies based on your digestive enzymes, hydration level, and even stress. It's also worth noting that combinations of foods can amplify bloating. For example, pairing carbonated drinks with high-fiber meals can trap extra gas. Eating heavy, salty foods at night can make you wake up with a swollen face. Even healthy foods like certain vegetables or whole grains can cause issues when eaten in excess or too quickly. The key is not just knowing which foods might cause bloating, but paying attention to how your body responds after eating them. While these top culprits appear often, they are not universal villains. Some people digest them perfectly fine because of a healthy gut balance or gradual exposure to these foods over time. Others may need to limit or substitute them to feel comfortable. Understanding these patterns helps you identify your personal triggers and make small adjustments that prevent discomfort. Now let's move into how you can make smarter swaps and reduce these reactions naturally. Reducing bloating doesn't always mean giving up your favorite foods. In most cases, it's about making small, mindful changes that help your body digest more comfortably. The first and simplest step is to reduce portion sizes of foods that tend to trigger discomfort. When you eat large servings of beans, dairy, or high-fiber vegetables all at once, your digestive system has to work harder, producing more gas in the process. By eating smaller portions and spacing them throughout the day, you give your body time to process food efficiently. This approach is especially useful for people who are increasing their fiber intake. Gradual changes let your gut bacteria adapt without overwhelming your system. Another effective strategy is switching to lower FODMAP or less processed versions of common foods. FODMAPs are a group of fermentable carbohydrates that can cause gas and bloating in sensitive people. Choosing lower FODMAP alternatives can make a big difference. For instance, instead of regular milk, try lactose-free milk or plant-based options like almond or oat milk. Replace wheat or rye with rice, quinoa, or gluten-free grains that are easier to digest. When it comes to vegetables, cook them lightly instead of eating them raw. Steaming or roasting breaks down tough fibers and sugars, reducing the chance of gas buildup. Opting for fresh, whole foods over processed ones also helps, because processed foods often hide excess sodium, sugars, and additives that cause water retention and digestive distress. Hydration is another key factor in reducing bloating. Many people underestimate how much water affects digestion. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body flush out excess sodium and supports smoother bowel movements, preventing that heavy, sluggish feeling. However, it's best to sip water slowly rather than gulp large amounts at once, as swallowing too much air can lead to more gas. Herbal teas like peppermint, ginger, or chamomile can also soothe your digestive system and help reduce bloating naturally. The pace at which you eat also matters. Eating too quickly can cause you to swallow air, which collects in your stomach and creates pressure. Taking smaller bites, chewing thoroughly, and putting your utensils down between bites can make a big difference. Slow eating also gives your brain time to recognize fullness, which helps prevent overeating, a common cause of bloating. Checking your sodium intake is another important step. High-salt foods make your body hold onto water, leading to puffiness and bloating, especially around your face and stomach. Try seasoning meals with herbs, spices, or lemon juice instead of salt. Avoid frequent consumption of packaged meals and sauces that contain hidden sodium. If you reduce salt gradually, your taste buds will adjust, and you'll start to enjoy natural flavors more. Finally, if bloating happens often, lasts for several days, or causes severe discomfort, it's a good idea to talk to a health professional. Persistent bloating may indicate a food intolerance, digestive disorder, or imbalance in gut bacteria that needs medical attention. A professional can help identify specific triggers and suggest tailored solutions, such as dietary changes or enzyme supplements. Now let's move forward and explore how these small adjustments can help restore balance and comfort to your body naturally. Bloating is not just about what you eat, it's about how your body reacts to it. Some foods cause gas to build up in your stomach, while others make your body hold on to water, showing up as puffiness on your face. Knowing the difference between gas-related bloating and water retention helps you take control instead of feeling frustrated or confused. The key is awareness. Pay attention to how your body feels after certain meals, notice patterns, and make small adjustments. Reducing portion sizes, eating slowly, drinking more water, and cutting back on salty or processed foods can all make a noticeable difference. Remember, everyone's body is unique. A food that makes one person bloated might be perfectly fine for someone else. By learning your personal triggers, you can enjoy your meals without discomfort and feel lighter, clearer, and more confident. Over time, these small tweaks become habits that support better digestion, less puffiness, and a healthier balance overall. If this video helped you understand your bloating triggers and gave you practical ways to manage them, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might be struggling with the same issue. It could make a big difference for them too. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next health and wellness video. We share simple, science-based tips to help you feel your best every day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.